Hey everyone, listen, I'm being sent on a task to take care of some things, but while I was out and about, before I threw the mask on and got in the car, I wanted to share 3 quick tips with you of 3 things that you need to be mindful of with regards to the infamous background check. First of all, know what's in your past. That's the first thing that you need to be aware of. You know what things that you've done and what things that may be a problem. Know what you've done in the past, so this way you can be completely aware of anything that might be problematic. Second thing, know what may be disqualifying. In other words, when you're applying for a job, it's important that you take the opportunity to figure out in advance if there are certain things that employer deem as a disqualifying event. Now, sometimes they'll tell you some of the things, and they may not tell you all those things, but if you know in advance, then this way you can be prepared when you're looking through those things. But here's the thing that's probably the most important, and this is what I call the step 3, and what I call the affidavit trap. Know what you can do if you've indicated that everything you've said is correct, but then you realize later there's something you left out. Why do I call it the attestation trap? For some jobs, you have to sign a form, and usually at the very bottom it says something nice to the effect of, hey, you're attesting that everything that you're putting here is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth on the penalty of perjury. In other words, you're attesting that you're not lying about what you put there. You're thinking, okay, no biggie, no harm, no foul. Then all of a sudden, something comes up on your background check, and they basically disqualify you because they're thinking, this is something you should have known about, and you didn't tell them, so we're disqualifying. And then you're like, good Lord. Find out whether or not something in your past, if it's a problem and you just remember it after you've signed the attestation, can you file an amendment? Can you provide a written statement? Something like that. So this way it doesn't look like you consciously went out of your way to mislead anyone. Because let's be real, we all remember things differently, and you don't want to be in a situation where at one moment you thought you knew something and then all of a sudden you realize later it's something you should have brought to their attention. Listen, the application process is annoying, and a lot of times I tell people right out the gate, if you're not sure about a situation, contact an attorney. That's always a good move. But when you're going through the application process, it gets frustrating because if you've done a few things in your past and you thought you've corrected those things, you don't want those things to bite you later when you apply. So just remember this. Know your background. Know what the employer is expecting in terms of finding out from them what may be things that may disqualify you. And most importantly, if you remember about them later, find out exactly what you can do to correct it so this way it won't be held against you.